Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I will be reading my essays that got me into Brown University. This is part of a series that I am doing where I'm just reading some of the essays for some of the most selective colleges that I had. They have supplemental essays, so I just wanted to read those out and really just help people give advice for essays that they might need help with. Today I will be doing Brown University. I've done other schools in this series, Columbia, Princeton, USC, so you should definitely click those if you're interested and just see what's up with that. But today we're focusing on Brown, so without further ado, let's get into the essays. So Brown actually doesn't have a lot of essays. They have like around 4 or 5, and so it's actually a pretty short essay process, but a lot of them are Brown-centric why essays. They weren't going to be specific to Brown. And so here's the first one. Please briefly elaborate on one of your extracurricular activities or work experiences. Swimming is not a sport, it's a lifestyle. Yes, there is an extreme amount of patience involved. The weeks of intensive work premiere thousands of a second off your personal best. But there is still a way of life hidden here. We have no need to waste money on cologne. Chlorine works just as well. Plus it also works as a hair dye. You're on a no-carb diet? Perfect. Whatever your mom packed you don't want can go to me. Yes, I eat at home. I just have a very high metabolism. Please remember if you're shopping for me, always order a size up. It's the only way my shoulders can fit. More importantly than anything else, please get used to sorry I have practice. It only makes me feel worse if you forget. So in this essay, I kind of went like a commercial type route, I guess. I wrote about swimming because that is something that I do competitively, but I kind of wrote it in a way like I'm advertising, you know, if someone is my friend or whatever, what they're gonna have to get used to. You're gonna have to get used to me having to miss hangouts and stuff for practice, and you're gonna have to get used to me asking, you know, if you don't want your food, can I have it, or something like that. So it's kind of being very kind of comedic and joking with the essay, and that's what I kind of did for this extracurricular. Some people will probably use like an extra a different extracurricular, or they would use academic type of club, or they might even use a work experience. But you definitely have either or with this. You only have around 50 to 150 words, so you obviously don't have a lot of time, but you want to spend that time just articulating a point and really just expanding on it. Brown's open curriculum allows students to explore broadly while also diving deeply into their academic pursuits. Tell us about an academic interest or interest that excites you and how you might use the open curriculum to pursue it. So the open curriculum in Brown is a really famous thing. It's basically where you don't have a required amount of classes that you have to take. There's no like required general education credits, and so you have a lot of freedom to choose your classes. It's a drawing that a lot of people who apply to Brown know, and is why they apply, and that's the reason they apply. Just in the same way that Columbia has their core curriculum and they're famous for that, or Princeton has their like their senior seminar eating clubs or whatever, something like that. You definitely know if you are applying to Brown that they have an open curriculum. And obviously there's an entire essay based around it, so they want to know why you want to be part of this open curriculum. Coming from a family full of mental health issues, psychology naturally has been an area I was drawn to. I hope to help others work out the issues I've been a victim to all my life. Similarly, I believe from learning all the beautiful things about the multifaceted mind, acting will come even more naturally for me. Theater itself has given me a way to escape my tumult and express myself. Brown's open curriculum makes me excited because of its wide breadth of opportunities to delve into these fields. Similarly, Brown's psychology program offers me a type of bridge between the biological sciences I need to become a doctor and the fine arts for my self-expression I would have otherwise found impossible anywhere else. So with the open curriculum, I was basically talking about in my essay how I would use it to study both theater applications and drama, or now also use it to study psychology and biological sciences. It kind of goes to another essay I wrote, like my Common App type essay. I talked about I have interest in the liberal arts, and I also have interest in the sciences and stuff. And so an open curriculum like Brown would help me to achieve that because I wouldn't have any required classes, so I can spend time on them both. Yeah. At Brown, you will learn as much from your peers outside the classroom as in academic spaces. how you contribute to the Brown community. So in a way, these two essays are also like why Brown essays. The first one is talking about the open curriculum, which is specific academic service that you'll be only offered at Brown. And then the next question is asking how you're going to contribute to the Brown community. A lot of colleges want to see, basically, when they're trying to figure out if you're a good fit for the colleges, why do you want to come to the university? Are you just saying it because you want to get in, or are you saying because you like actually we might retain you if we were to accept you? And so with this essay, you want to show that, you know, I actually do want to go here, and I would, if given the opportunity, come to this school. One of the reasons that I applied to Brown was it just really felt like it was assigned to me. Emma Watson is a alum of Brown, and you know, she really put Brown on the map for me. So I was like, ooh, I definitely want to check out that school. It's actually funny. My favorite book, Perks of Being a Wallflower, she's in that movie, and she went to Brown. That's another sign. And then, you know, the teacher in Brown, he's played by Paul Rudd in the movie, but in the book, he went to Brown. So I was like, Brown, favorite things. It's telling me to apply here. And I ended up getting in, so I was so just very excited about that. And the next question, they want to see how you're going to contribute to the school. Are you just going to sit around in class all day and get a 4.0 average, or are you actually going to, you know, extend yourself? Are you going to go to clubs? Are you going to go to games? Are you going to try to make, you know, Brown a better community, a better place? So you definitely want to do that. One of the opportunities I look forward to the most at Brown is to become an RPL. Residential life can be one of the most important aspects of the college experience, and I hope that at Brown I can keep everyone engaged to create an incredible community. I also hope to be a part of many clubs and activities. In addition to walking onto the swim team, I hope to provide environmentalism by joining the Sustainable Food Initiative. There was an initial fear that going far away from my support system could prove detrimental for me, which is why I'm excited about Brown's Center for Students of Color. With this, I plan to stay active in the community designed for me and thrive whilst I do my study. So, I would definitely say with a lot of these school essays, you definitely want to appeal to the sense of community that Brown claims they would have. And, you know, for lack of a better term, I would just say, if you're a minority, stay minority as possible. You want to definitely remind them throughout your application that there's a community that you're a part of, and there's a community that you see that Brown offers that you would like to be a part of. It makes them feel like, oh great, this school is a perfect fit for them because we offer a service that pertains to them. Additionally, in this essay, I really talked about a couple of clubs that Brown offers that would be related to my interests. And so you definitely want to go and make sure you do a little bit of research on the school, so you can efficiently talk about things. And you know, it doesn't all have to be academic. I talked about wanting to be an RPL and join the Sustainable Food Initiative. Those are both kind of extracurricular type things that Brown offers. So you definitely want to show that you have academic as well as extracurricular interest in the school, and that you can manifest those both. Tell us about a place or community you call home. How has it shaped your perspective? I don't have many friends on the home front, but I keep a tight-knit relationship with a group of fellow TIP alum. We are spread all across the country, but that doesn't stop us from experiencing each other's cultures and experiences. We try to organize a gathering once a year. Our most recent tradition, Hanukkah, is the opportunity to gather in Texas and celebrate our Jewish friends. This group, most of all, have taught me the importance of community. If I feel rejected everywhere else, I know I can turn to a family that I've made my own. So in that essay, it was a pretty short and sweet essay. They ask about communities that you feel a part of. And I think that's one of the values that Brown really takes, community. And so in my essay, I basically talk about how my friends and I, we invent some holiday. Like we have a thing called Hanukkah, as like a mix of Yeehaw and then Hanukkah. So when we have a meeting with our Jewish friends, and we make latkes and stuff like that. So it's definitely something that I can talk about in my essay, because I knew I could talk particularly well, and it would be something that's interesting. How many people that apply to Brown invent holidays named Hanukkah and live in Texas, you know what I mean? So you want to stand out in your essays. So another thing that Brown asks you to do is you can send in either a video portfolio, or you can send in the link to like a website that you keep up. And this is really just to show kind of like another aspect of your self-personality. So initially I was going to film a video portfolio. I'm really just going to send them through a day in my life. But what ended up, I was really busy, and so it didn't look like I was going to be able to make a video in time and make it look good and stuff. So what I opted for was just sending in a link to my website. Of course, it's all optional, but I would definitely say when something's optional, you always do it when it comes to these schools, because it might be the difference, because you always want to give them more to make a decision on you on. If they say, oh, we only have his essays, and they're gonna be like, well, we have his essays, and we have his website, and we have his, money, so we're gonna accept him, so etc. like that. So you really want to make sure that you give them the most things. So actually, what I ended up doing was I sent them the link to my YouTube page, because I was like, oh, I'm gonna have a lot of videos, and I'm gonna be a fully fledged YouTuber. So at the time, the latest video I had was my AP score reaction for 2019. So I didn't have a lot of videos and stuff, content on here, but obviously it still was something that was good enough to show, because I did end up putting my YouTube page as the website that I sent them, and I don't know if they ever went here, but I hope they subscribed. But yeah, don't overthink that either. Just really make something fun and have fun with these essays, because that's all you should really be doing. The Brown essays are pretty fast, and that's kind of like it. But there are some things that definitely I would have put if I had the opportunity. Yeah, and so these essays are really something that you can spend some time on and really think about. Don't overthink it, because the Brown essays are kind of short. There's no extra stuff. There's not a lot of extra questions. It's really just that they want to make sure Brown is centered here. And that said, there is some time to show your personality, and you definitely want to do that in your essays. But with the Brown essays, they don't have a lot of room in the actual essays. So I would just say somewhere else in your application, you want to definitely show your interest in things. They don't give you a lot of opportunities to say your favorite book, favorite movie, favorite, etc. But these are things that when I had my interview, I did say. So if you have an interview for school, you definitely want to name drop those things and so they get a good sense of your personality. And yeah. Thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. If you haven't already, click subscribe, because you just want to subscribe. Thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and below, and leave any comments, questions, concerns that you have. If you want to look at another video of me reading my essays for school, they'll be here or somewhere else throughout this place. And hit the subscribe button, because I'll be making more videos soon. Any suggestions you have, just definitely drop those. Thank you so much, and bye. Good morning.